Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Three Men and a Little Virus. This is Season 2, Week number 19, and we're calling it Top 20. My name is Mark Cridland. I'm the one that tries to hold it all together and produce this stuff. I'm joined by our irregular comedians, Mr. AMJ, Adam Morrison-Jones, and Mr. Paul Tingy. Yes, they're the ones that bring the funny to this. So this week we talk about what we've been up to, because we had a bit of a live show where all of us were together this week, so news about that. We talk about the Marlow Theatre and some of the cool stuff that's happening over there. The interesting way that people in India are trying to combat COVID-19. And we have some interesting news about a belly button fluff brush. It's good. And also, just on a side note, we might mention it a couple of times, we got into the top 20 comedy podcasts in the UK of 2021 list. So, yeah, that's why we're top 20 this week. And, of course, the quiz this week, we was due to have one comedian, but he went AWOL. So we got another one, Ben Pransky. He's good. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy another week of Three Men and a Little Virus.
Hello!
It's a monkey. Why is there a monkey on our screen?
Hold on, is Nina Conti about?
It's only me!
The
monkey!
It's what monkey?
Chaplin the monkey!
Chaplin the monkey. Oh, if only used Chaplin the chimp, it had great alliteration.
It would have worked a lot better. I can't move my hands.
Oh, you cheeky Chaplin.
Ask him a question.
Oh, cheeky Chaplin monkey. What is your favourite thing to do on a Monday evening?
On a Monday evening, I like to go to the local burger bar and have a banana burger.
That is fantastic. I'll tell you, would you like to
It
speak
ain't working, is it?
I was loving it.
I don't know where the accent was going. The accent was all over the bloody place.
I can't hold on to the I can't do accents.
I thought Cyril the Squirrel was back.
Hello.
Hello.
And then suddenly went Jamaican near the end.
Oh.
Don't be racist, AMJ.
So how is everyone after we had our actual evening of seeing each other properly?
I tell you, it's quite nice to actually have three of us in a room again.
I know, it was weird.
I really cannot remember the last time that. It must have been over 2 years ago that happened.
Yeah,
I think it was
quite a while.
Because we've had quite a few when it's just been two of us in a room together, or seeing each other downtown and things like that. Or AMJ just looking through my bedroom window.
Yeah,
I've got a nice bedroom window.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be. I've taped him there normally. I'm going, oh AMJ, you're so dirty.
True.
He's normally crying.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
but yeah.
Actually, you getting your that sounds dirty. You getting your monkey out. Nina Conti is coming to the Marlow Theatre. Her tickets went on sale today.
Yeah, I saw. Skip past it.
That.
Yeah, and they're not overly priced for Nina Conti in the theatre. So I think next payday I might treat myself to a couple of tickets.
Can I just say on the Marlow Theatre as well, they've got some cracking stuff on at the moment. They've got Six, they've got Heathers at the end of the year.
I tell you what's annoyed me slightly with Six coming down. A couple of Christmases ago, before the pandemic, I bought tickets to go and watch a Six in the West End. Then the pandemic hit, so it got delayed.
Delayed.
And then, the tickets are there, and obviously it's nice going to London, isn't it? However, the £100-odd that I'm going to spend on train tickets, I could have spent 30 quid going to Canterbury.
And the other one thing that really annoyed me about Six is that I missed the first 5.
Hey, that's that. Yeah, I like that.
Talking about the Marlow, it was last week. Yeah, last week, because the company I work for are part of, we're business members of the Marlow, business sponsors of the Marlow. So I get to go to the monthly Zoom meetings of all the business sponsors of the Marlow, and this month's guest speaker was none other than the Dame himself, Mr. Ben Roddy. No, Ben Roddy. So yeah, he was.
Rodney? It's Ben Rodney.
Roddy, you knobhead.
You said Rodney.
No, I didn't.
I heard Rodney.
But Ben had a nice chat about everything that's been going on, and everyone was asking him questions, and especially about the pantomime that was last year. Of course, it was all filmed.
I tell you, it worked really well.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, it was really well. He just said that it was the most tiring panto he's ever done, because normally he would be off stage quite often, chilling out backstage, having a cup of tea, whilst all the dancers are going on. But this one, there was just 6 people on stage for the whole thing. So there was no, and it was a case of off, get changed, get back on, because they filmed it in one hot. Did it in one go. So it was the most tiring one he's done.
And I've got to be honest as well. It must be something about the name Ben and not being able to get their surname correctly. I hope none of us get it wrong later for the quiz.
Yeah.
Well, Ben.
Yeah. Although no, haven't we? We've got someone else planned for the quiz, haven't we? Another guest. Not Ben.
Well, we need to have Dickie Richards.
Yes, hopefully we'll have Dickie Richards if he's around.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But I was talking about, because Ben was at our gig last night. Well, not my gig. It's not nothing to do with me. I was there. DJ Critters was judge. AMJ, fantastic host and organizer. Great gig.
Yeah, Adam, tell us about it. What was it for those that didn't know about it or missed it or couldn't even get down to Faversham?
I'll tell you, I'll let AMJ do it because it's his gig.
So basically, a few months ago, we decided to do lip sync battles. And so we did under the name Mimic Masters. And we had a lovely evening. I hosted the event. Paul performed. Mark totted up all the scores. And then we also had Trevor Feelgood and Ben Pransky. And then Wilson finished the show with a bit of stand-up. But who was the joint winner?
It was really difficult to judge, and it was all really, really close scoring because I said they had the performance, and then they had the questions, which was very funny. All of them were very funny, and it all came down. The last point in it was from the performance where one person wasn't quite as energetic as the others. So the 2 winners were Boris Johnson and a menagerie of characters from Paul.
Yeah, Paul, what the am I doing here, Tingy?
Yes.
To be honest, I did actually tell AMJ I wanted my name to be I don't care.
Well, I don't care, but
because I was going to come on stage looking all melancholy and all, what am I doing here? And then just go crazy.
But yeah, you definitely smashed it, man. We've had some really lovely feedback. One bloke said he did not know what was going on. It was absolute bedlam, but he bloody loved it.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you. This makes no sense, but I'm loving it.
And can we also just say, Trev came third. Trevor Fulker came third.
No, however, he came second.
He comes second. Even though if 2 people tie equal first, there's no second, it goes to third. But
not in my rules.
He came second, but however, he did get 9 out of 10 for his questions, and I think we should. That's a fantastic result. He beat me in questions round.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, his actual performance, was well thought out. It was. Yeah, came on as pretending the premise of performing a Who song, and he did. But Who was in HU, not WHO.
WHO. And he was Roger Daltrey.
The Mongolian metal band instead of Roger Daltrey. So, yeah, it was a good idea. But it wasn't quite as energetic as you two.
No. No, to be honest, I've got nothing else in my locker apart from energetic. So that's all I had to do. And even though I'm losing that with how fat I'm getting. So, what was the name of the song he used? Do you know?
I think it was
UVU.
Yes. Sounds a bit like Doctor Who at the start.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was about to say the exact same thing. and the TARDIS, Doctor Who. No, best not do that song anymore.
Why not?
We don't want to pay royalties.
Oh,
No,
dear.
I don't mean this song. I meant Doctor Who and the TARDIS, so I just remembered who helped write that. Oom.
It was really good. And yeah, brilliant night, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No worries. Thanks for allowing me to do my creative experimental comedy every now and then that I like doing.
Yeah.
I once did a dance similar to that, but I was dressed actually quite normally. I was just in like jeans and a shirt, and I've done that a dance quite similar. Didn't get as many laughs, but I thought it was quite good. And I shouldn't have done it in a really important comedy competition. I didn't want to enter. I got invited to enter. That's when I should have thought, actually, they might like you, Paul. Do it seriously. And I ended up doing a dance to Let's Get Ready to Rumble by Anton Deck. We've got a big news story, and I think our producer should announce this story. You got an email this week. We have. How do we not open the show with this?
What's
DJ,
that?
it's about this email.
Oh, I've talked too much about it already.
We haven't said anything about it yet.
No, I have all week.
You have a week. Well, tell the listeners haven't heard.
What?
We're not talking about your Amazon shipment.
Baldino and Trev haven't heard yet.
I'm sure they have. They would have known all about it. But of course, I'm just bringing up the article now. I got an email, strangely enough, in the middle of this week, that I saw and I thought, that's a load of books. That was my immediate go-to thought.
That was my go-to thought when you told me this news as well.
And then
And me
I
too.
read the email and I thought, hang on a minute, this actually looks like it's not spam. So I clicked the link, which is always a bit dodgy, but I did it. And it turned out to be true that we have been added to the 20 best UK comedy podcast of 2021. It's we're on the list alongside the likes of Adam Buxton and some other weird and wonderful ones on there. But there's a few that I thought would be on there, but they're not. But we're on there, so sod 'em.
Like Rob Brydon.
I know.
Brydon. It's actually, his is a really good podcast. Mark Simmons, this is a really good podcast. Better than this chap. He's not on there. However, it's
Please
not
don't go through every podcast that's better than this. We haven't got time.
AMJ, but we have. Because even if we're at the bottom of that list, there's only 19 better.
Wow.
Well, we're in the middle. We're in the middle of the article. They haven't actually listed it by number on the side, but we're not at the end of the article. So I would say that we're in the middle of this bunch, which is brilliant. So if anyone does want to have a look and see who else is on the list, then links are available on the Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. If you just search for Freeman and Little Virus, you'll find it on all over the place. Just have a look, see.
And you
It's
probably
everywhere.
you'll hear us three chirp on about it for the next 10 years.
Probably, yes, until we win awards.
We could have beat someone. Yeah, until we win an award, then we're an award-winning pod. By the way, Geraldine is thinking about holding an award ceremony just so we can win an award.
Well, were we talking about doing a live event?
Yeah.
Were we?
We need to plan it and figure out how it's going to be done without being highly interrupted by drunk people.
Well,
I think they add to it. I mean, there might be someone in the middle of the room going, "Oh, what a fag! Oh, you're going to give your money to charity? What about the other charities? Oh, you're not going to win. Well, fuck you, I did."
You sure did.
And we also need to work out technical stuff as well, equipment, and not talking about the equipment you had on show last night, Paul.
Yeah.
Can people stop going on about that?
Oh yeah, can people stop talking about my big penis?
It's not
Oh
big.
yeah, it nearly took out the front row. Mate, wow, we were all amazed. Like I thought, like it's almost like, is it detachable or is it actually part of you?
Do you know what? when I put the leggings on and I looked at myself in the mirror at home, I thought, I feel really inadequate right now. I feel so small. I might go and get a banana and stick it down there for comedic purposes. And I forgot all about it. And then everyone's going, oh, it's big. And I thought, yeah, they're just saying that. They're just saying that. And then somebody comes up to me at the end of the show. There's a group of three of them, two guys and a girl, a lady, wasn't underage, and the guy goes, tell him your nickname at work, and the guy goes, yeah, they call me Monster Cook. I was like, right, what? First of all, I'd say why, but before I got that out, and he went, and you made me feel quite inadequate. I said, well, I'd take that as a compliment. Thanks very much. If you didn't get anything from the dance or my funny retorts to the answers, and you was too busy staring at my bulge, I don't care, because I won £50 worth of Woolworths vouchers.
You sure did.
And my fee has been donated to my bank account, so that's very nice.
Yeah. You froze.
I froze. Johnny Fred, is that you?
That sounds like to me, which leads me quite nicely into our first news story.
Hold on, before you do, it's Johnny Fred's birthday yesterday.
What?
Come on Facebook. Yeah. Johnny Fred's birthday. By the way, it's my birthday last Saturday as well. Just if you want to.
Happy birthday for last week, Paul.
Thank you. And thanks for sharing some lovely photos of us two together. DJ Critters, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, had to be done. See, for your 43rd birthday.
Whoa.
34.
Well, I shared a lovely photo of all of us.
You did, but it wasn't on my birthday.
I still shared that lovely photo of all of us.
You shared it yesterday, and that made me very happy too, AMJ. But I was just saying, the birthday... And I liked your birthday wish as well.
Rapsy Nesbitt is on the show.
Oh, it's great to have him back.
Who's on the show?
Rapsy Nesbitt.
He's dead and all.
No, that was Geordie. That wasn't Glaswegian.
Anyway, talking of bullshit, have you seen in India? Of course, India.
Hold on.
These people, what?
Hold on. This isn't our new game show that you've been wanting to peddle, is it?
No.
The RAF.
No.
No, okay, it's a good news story. That's all right. Just making sure.
Fine. Yeah, over in India, of course, I believe it's the Hindu religion, is it, that think of the cows as their like religious deities and all that. They're very, very, very important cows. Is that Hinduism?
Yeah.
It's in India anyway. Whichever religion it is.
They're thought to be sacred or deeply respected. Cows are seen as caregivers or maternal figures. Most Hindus respect cows for their gentle nature, and cows also represent strength. Hindus who eat meat will avoid eating beef. There you go.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
That was precise.
Yeah, well done. So, because of that, a lot of people in India are coming up with new ways of fighting COVID. Because, of course, India is currently...
I should say fighting cows.
They finally kicked off.
Yeah.
No, fighting COVID. Because, of course, they're having a lot of difficulties over there at the minute. So, a lot of people are going, right, cows are sacred. Let's do something regarding cows to help get rid of COVID.
I thought you said let's do something with cows then. I thought you was about to say there's been a lot of bestiality going on.
It's the best way. So how do you think, what are they doing? What are they doing regarding cows to help sort out COVID?
I think rubbing their horns for luck.
Rubbing their horns for luck.
That's what we do over here.
I reckon because you talked about bullshit, I reckon they're smearing themselves in shit.
Yes, in cow dung and urine once a week. It's quite specific, that. Just once a week. No more, no less.
No more, no less.
The idea is that it will help boost their immunity and help them recover from the virus. Strangely enough, it's not working.
The virus, Three Men and a Little Virus, which is in the top 20 UK comedy 2021 comedy podcasts.
That's the one.
That's the one.
But it would work, though. It would work, because if there's a 2 metre rule and you've just covered yourself in cow, I can guarantee no one will be within at least 5 metres of you.
I mean, these photos, there's people huddled together covered in poo, and even one picture of a guy that's got a bucket full of cow poo and he's pouring it over his mate.
Well, maybe those people are in dung bubbles.
Maybe.
Dung bubbles.
Oh no, there's another photo as well. They've got like jugs of cow pee and they're pouring it over their mates.
This is how silly my brain is at the moment. When you said jugs, I just thought of women's boobs.
Oh yeah, because usually it would be a completely different thing when you heard that.
Yeah. Oh,
Usually
and it's buttermilk and cow milk is being used to wash off the poo afterwards. Yeah, I bet that absolutely stinks. Belly button lint brush that you can now buy. A special brush to get out the fluff from your belly button.
Is it called a cotton bud?
Like, how big's this brush?
It's about the size of a cotton bud, but it's got the pipe. It's like the pipe cleaner that's been bent round to make a loop, and that is the loop bit that cleans out your belly button.
Well, it's no good for me because I've got an innie and an outie.
Innie and an outie?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinner. I'll show you it. At the moment, it's a bit grotesque. I only get out for charity dances.
I'll be back in a minute.
You've got an innie and an outie. Have you got to shake it all abouty? Actually, no, we saw that last night.
Yeah, well, allegedly you did. You keep telling me you didn't see it. So
no, I was at the side of the stage in my judging chair.
And if it was that big, you'd have seen it from the side. I don't.
It was dark. You only had the lights on your face and your top half.
Yeah, I think everyone's is just trying to make me feel good about myself, because nobody in their right frame of mind would get topless in leggings and start dancing to Beyonce and the Cheeky Girls and Madness and the people who done the Macarena, the Village People, and the list went on. There's like 12 artists. The Greatest Showman.
I know.
LMFAO.
That's what most people were saying. LMFAO.
Well, they weren't laughing.
So where did AMJ go?
I don't know. He said, I'll be back in a minute. It sounded like there was a motorbike outside his front door.
Oh. Someone's ridden off on his motorbike.
Someone's ridden off his motorbike. Whilst we're waiting, do you want to hear Gordon Ramsay getting upset on TikTok?
What for now?
With people cooking.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some of these. These are good.
What?
Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make British fish and chips.
Okay, good.
Go to your local watering hole.
Watering hole.
Find your fish.
Find your what?
Alright, you want to clean your fish?
Clean it.
Okay
You
guys,
left the
this
head
is
on.
the cod. Okay, you want to cut his head off?
What?
Pour your flour in.
Oh my god.
Crack your egg.
Egg yolk? No.
Add some sugar.
No.
Add some salt and pepper.
No.
Add some root beer.
Root beer?
This is how it should look.
Puke.
Your batter should be thick.
Yeah, diaper fit.
Okay, so you want to coat your fish.
Oh my god, no flour. Stop
Alright, so
it.
salt and pepper your plate for
What are
seasoning.
you doing?
Put
cannot
your
be
fish
serious.
over to your plate.
There's nothing British
Stick
about
it in the
that.
microwave.
In the microwave?
Cook
Are you
it for
kidding
20
me?
minutes.
What?
Peel and cut your
Oh,
chips.
you've lost the plot.
And that is how you make British fish and chips.
You've never been to Britain.
And I just cut it off there because adverts come up for Flaming Chicken in Dover. That's actually quite nice there. But I've seen the next part of that video, and he pretty much goes, "You're a disgrace." Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes.
When the door opened, then I was half expecting to hear a fee, fi, fo, fum.
I'll be honest, I was expecting to hear the Imperial March.
Were you? Did it feel like that?
And, I've never seen a Star Wars film, and I can still make Star Wars jokes. How about that?
That's the skills you have.
Boom. Bum, bum, bum. Don't know if that's the right tune or not, though. We were talking about bullshit before AMJ got excited and left.
Yeah, I know.
Excited.
We was just listening to Gordon Ramsay getting upset on TikTok. That'll probably get edited out because it was a bit of a disappointing one, really, wasn't it?
Talking about disappointing.
How
was your birthday?
How's your birthday? I tell you what.
You're 44th.
Well, I was 34. I was 34 years old. My face tells a different picture, but I am only 34 years old. My birthday was actually very nice. My oldest son and my wife, they cooked me a lovely breakfast, fry up. Got a little bit scared when I popped my head into the kitchen and saw the 11-year-old using the frying pan, cooking eggs. I got a little bit worried at that point, and I was told to leave because I started becoming a fussy fuss pot. And I got some lovely presents from the children. Got Bluetooth speaker that can go in the shower, some lovely little sentimental knickknacks, some lovely cards, some money, tickets. We were talking about the Marlow Theatre earlier. I should have said it then.
You should have said it then.
I'm off to see John Richardson and Adam Buxton. By the way, Adam Buxton is on the top 20 UK comedy podcast list of 2021. He's in good company. He's with us. So I might ask him for a refund. If he's doing a book signing at the end, I might go up to him and go, can you pay me for my time now? Because I'm on the same list as you.
Good I would love to see how that goes.
He'll probably look at me and go, nah, off. Although I don't think he'd be that rude. I reckon he'd smile and go, all right. Because I don't think that the chap knows how to say no. Not because he's done rubbish stuff, but it's because he just seems so nice and polite.
If he can't say no, can you get him on to do the quiz?
I have emailed him.
No, you need to ask him. Face to face. Go knock on his door.
I've emailed him. Since we were in the top 20, I have emailed agents of comedians and comedians who I've direct emails for. No replies yet, chaps. No replies yet.
Let's just hope the one you've booked for tonight turns up.
Well, you never know.
Last night he was up for it. Hopefully he answers. If not, we've got a good reserve. AMJ, you got someone in reserve, haven't you, just in case?
I've always got a reserve. They call me Reserve AMJ. Yeah. Because I always have a reserve.
Always has a reserve. Yeah, always has a reserve of energy. I remember once doing a gig with him, and he looked like he was on his arse. And then, bosh, as soon as I said, welcome to the stage, AMJ.
Boom.
There it was. There was the magic. Came off the stage, and just as I was about to say, that was really good, AMJ. It's the most energetic I've ever seen you do. That's fantastic. Can you remember what you said to me, AMJ?
I'm trying to think. No. What no? Is it something that's going to paint me as a bit of a dick?
No. As I went to give you a hug, you went, cuddle me in a moment. I need to have a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And off he went. He went. He done his poop holes. And he came back and gave me a lovely...
And then we embraced.
We did embrace. And I could tell by the waft that you didn't wash your hands. That's a lie. That is a lie. He made me wash them for him.
True that. That's how we roll.
So that's the thing that I've missed the most is being abused by AMJ. Everyone thinks that I'm angry for no reason with AMJ, but I've got my reasons.
He does, and there's reasons for you to be angry, but I'm never going to tell anyone. We're just going to keep it secret.
I'm going to keep it secret. But we let a little secret out then. He makes me wash his hands. I'll tell you what, AMJ's been to my house. I turned up to the wrong house.
Yeah, you didn't tell me you'd moved.
AMJ, you keep saying this, but you'd been to that house 2 times previously.
Yeah, but I just got confused. I thought for some reason you lived in the same place.
Right. I've been to Paul's new house twice. I'm going to go to his old house and go, I thought you lived here.
I don't know. It was a tough time, the early 10s.
The early 10s. I'll tell you what.
10s.
AMJ. I'll tell you what. It wasn't the early 10s. I've not known you that long. But the thing is, though, AMJ, is I love you. So I'll let you off, babes.
Oh.
And also, it's the sort of thing that happens when you're dyspraxic.
True that.
I tell you what, a couple of months ago, I was going for a walk. I sometimes go for a walk. And I thought, it's time for me to head back home now. And before I realised, I was. I sort of like, oh, come to my senses. I was at the end of my mum's and dad's road. I've walked back to my old family home. I've got to turn back and walk to my new home.
That would have been awkward.
It wouldn't be that awkward. My mum and dad still live there. My mum would have gone, oh, guest. And I would have gone, no, mum, I'm not allowed in your house yet. And it's raining. But we're allowed in there now, so hooray.
Hooray.
To have a Chinese in the rain on Saturday, just so I could go and see my mum and dad and make them pay for a takeaway for me. It was my birthday, so they treat me to a takeaway.
Lovely.
On that note, shall we do the quiz? Should we get Dave in for the quiz?
I'm not ready yet. I've got to go around Geraldine up. She's outside. She's feeling a bit poorly. So I'll run off, but make sure you call me back for the quiz, please.
All right, will do.
Thank you.
AMJ, while we're waiting for Dave to come back, have you got any other shows coming up over this new fantastic venue that we was at this week that you might be able to promote and maybe get us some sponsorship at some point?
Yes, we can make dreams happen. We do have a wonderful show, which is going to be a live panel show called Does This Feel Like a Sitcom? I think of never mind the Buzzcocks, but sitcom based. So there is so much happening in the next month. So if you follow What Now on social media, follow it. Our whole programme will be up in the next 2 weeks of what we're doing over June. There's some brilliant stuff.
And of course, you've got Danny Posthill and Jack Galido coming on.
Yes.
£7.50 a ticket, and they're going to be there on the 16th, 17th of June from 7 p.m. with their work in progress.
That's exactly what I was about to say. And it's a really good show. You don't want to miss it.
Awesome sauce.
And also my live show, Adam Morrison Jones Entertainer, will be on the 11th of June, and tickets for that will be £7.50 as well. So get yourself there.
Excellent. What date's that on?
11th of June.
I'm busy.
Oh.
Actually, that might 11th of June, because I'd rather go to that than Brighton. Not going to lie, it's cheaper for me to get to Faversham.
Yeah.
I'm just going to check something, AMJ, because you might have scored an own goal there. Oh no, it is the opening of UEFA 2020.
So you want to go to a comedy thing instead? Much better.
I will do it. It's Turkey versus Italy. So good. Whatever you do, because people don't tend to go out when England are playing. Just check the days that England are playing in the evening, AMJ.
I will.
Yeah.
I will have a check.
I'd hate to have some top quality acts not having people turn up.
I'm going to have a quick check. Actually, I didn't think of that. Thank you very much, Tim.
That's all
no,
right.
There wasn't any football on.
It's the postponed football tournament from last year.
Isn't there football every year?
Not in the summer, not normally.
No.
No, you normally have the UEFA Championships, the UEFA Euro Cups.
Already.
And then 2 years later, you have the World Cup, and then it goes on a 2-year cycle.
Lovely.
And of course, you've got the CONCACAF Cup that happens. Although in 2022, next year, the World Cup won't be in the summer. It's at winter, because they're playing in Qatar. And who thought it'd have been hot in the summer? So hot you can't play football in it. So they moved it to the winter and up everything.
That is pretty crazy.
The World Cup final is the 18th of December.
Dave, are you there?
Oh, here I am. Hiya.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Have you got a special theme tune for us this week?
Oh, have I? Yeah, listen to this musical feast. See if this works. If it doesn't, I'll try something else. Is the House of EG Quiz. There you go. That's this week's jingle.
It's lovely.
It sounded similar to something I think I've heard before, but I liked it.
Yeah, Madness let me borrow some of their tunes for no more than 8 seconds, otherwise I have to pay royalties. This is what came afterwards. Some people getting horrific flashbacks right now.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, we've got a special celebrity comedian this week.
Yes.
He's sat there. He's got a lovely slow cooker behind him. Man with a lovely slow cooker behind yourself. Introduce yourself, please.
Hello. I'm Ben Prensky. Thank you for calling me a celebrity.
Yeah, no troubles. We was going to get one of those people who do, we was going to get Trevor Feelgood, but we thought we'd get a proper celeb. And thanks for buying off his video vlogcast that he does live on Facebook Live. If you're listening, Trev, this is Dickie Richards, not Ben Prensky. So we got tell us a little bit about yourself, Ben.
Well, what do you want to know?
Give me an interesting fact about yourself.
An interest. Do you know, this is the point. And everyone asks me that, I realise how boring my life is and how boring I am. I can put a Savoy all the way down my throat.
And to also let people know, last night I saw Ben dressed as Boris Johnson in his undercrackers. So there you go.
And I saw you in a very tight pair of leggings.
Yeah, you did see me. You might have seen Paul. You didn't see me.
Paul, I didn't see you. I saw Paul. Paul had very tight leggings on.
I think Dave the Elephant was in Paul's leggings.
Yes. That's how you saw it all.
I knew my trunk would come in handy one day.
Wow. To be honest, it looked like Paul's meat and two veg could have probably lived on their own. They didn't need the face hugger from Alien.
He got one of his favourite heckles ever, the monster schlong.
That's not really a heckle, is it? Like, I'd love to be on stage and someone just say, "Wow, that's a big penis. Look at the size of your cock. It's huge."
Wear some leggings, mate. They're very complimentary. Right.
Not for me, then. Not.
We need to introduce the other two guests, our two regular captains. I'm looking at the one without glasses on. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name's AMJ, and I am a managing director in Carpet Furniture World in East Kent.
Ooh, sounds very important.
It is.
I tell you what, I love a nice bit of carpet, me. Especially if it's tasty.
Well, I don't know what that means, Geraldine, but
Carpets.
I love to lick a carpet.
Well, you'd love Carpet Warehouse, just off the M25.
Oh, so I thought you said carpet whorehouse.
Oh, no. You got the wrong place, Joe.
Never mind.
thank you, Geraldine. We're going to go over to the glass one now.
The glassed one.
Yeah.
It's like I've been in a bar fight or something.
If you're not careful, you will be, mate.
It's
only because Clayton's upset because it's the anniversary of his wife's death.
Oh, no. That's
What? Keep it light.
What? Just want to say, I binned off another podcast to do this. I wasn't expecting it to get like this.
That's because you're not a regular listener. You should know these things.
I just want to say I'm just a bit emotional this week because what a lovely wife was taken away from me 3 years ago today. But I'm just going to stay quiet because I've got to keep it light for the listeners of the Top 20 UK Comedy Podcast 2020.
Oh, thanks for that, Clayton. Anyway, Glass Man Critters, introduce yourself, please.
So I'm Mark. I'm the one that's, responsible for the outcome of this. Being the producer, I don't know why. So, life is good.
And back to you, Ben. Just give a quick little summary like they did. You can even give yourself a fake job if you like.
No, I told you I can put a Savoy all the way down the back of my throat. That's
your job.
Sometimes I get paid to.
I can get 3 Savoys down my throat and still have room for a turkey walls banger.
Yes, I haven't tried.
Give it a go. Once you can, I've got a few phone numbers for you. You'll be rich in no time.
Thanks, Geraldine. Right, we're going to start the quiz. And as Ben knows, because he's a regular listener of the show, we're going to go DJ Critters first, then AMJ, then to Ben. And then we're going to go AMJ, Ben, and then Critters. So you all get a turn of answering the question. So, are you ready?
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh,
At least I'm excited.
now Trevor Feelgood's messaging me on the Facebooks saying, you have him, you lying git. We weren't planning to, mate. AMJ took him, not me. So, here's your first question, and this one is going to DJ Critters first. Which country has the most amount of tornadoes in the world per square mile?
I'm going to go with Vietnam.
Vietnam. No. 19. The famous song by that famous artist. And 19 was the average age of the soldier from America going to the Vietnamese War. Keep it light. AMJ.
It was Paul Wildcat.
Has the most amount of tornadoes per square mile in the world.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna go a bit left field on it. I'm gonna go with America.
America.
Oh.
Ben, before the podcast, you said you was a bit thick. So I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to give you multiple choice. Okay?
I know it.
All right then. Right. Which country has the most amount of tornadoes per square mile in the world?
Isle of Man.
Okay. I don't know the answer, but Geraldine does. Geraldine, can you reveal the answer?
I tell you what, I'm afraid, AMJ, you are so left field, you're so far off the field, you're fucking wrong. You get no points. But I really like what you've done with your hair this week, so you got 2 bonus points. DJ Critters, I like your headphones, but you're also wrong, so you're getting a point for your headphones. And Ben, I'm going to give you the full 5 points, because the Isle of Man is not a country. However, the Isle of Man is in Great Britain, which is the correct answer.
Ooh.
Oh, I was not expecting that as the answer.
No.
Neither was I. I thought it was going to be Cuba. Right. That brings us on to question number 2.
Yes.
And we're going to go to AMJ first. AMJ, what is the oldest item in the British Crown Jewels? Oh, listen up, everyone. This is multiple choice. Is it a belt buckle, a sword, a spoon, or tiara?
Right. So the oldest item in the Crown Jewels. Right. I reckon it would have to be something that was meaningful when they started off the modern. I reckon it's a spoon. I reckon the spoon is probably the oldest item because that would have been useful when they didn't have much.
Why would it have been useful?
Well, to have a bowl of soup, to smack someone in the face.
It's a very royal thing to do.
Yeah, with a spoon. I've seen it before.
Yeah, and you know the egg soldiers. You crack the head open of the egg with the spoon.
That used to be a punishment. They used to sit in a big egg cup and just hit them over the head with a spoon until your skull cracked.
Yeah, and that's where we got egg soldiers because once your head was cracked, the soldiers came and shot the peasant.
That was it.
We're glad we're keeping it light this week.
What is going on?
You know what? What have I walked into?
I don't know. I don't know myself.
You know.
Oh, isn't that how they killed Thomas Becket? They cut off the top of his skull and then just jabbed the sword in there and mixed it all round.
And then got some big toast.
Yeah,
put
well,
it
that's
in
what I told that it was.
Anyway, this isn't a history podcast. We're in for comedy. So, Ben Perenski. What is the oldest item in the British Crown Jewels? A belt buckle, sword, spoon, or tiara?
I'm going to go for the usefulness as well of the belt buckle, because, if you look at some of the history of the kings, they were quite large, and I think they needed a belt buckle to hold their trousers up. And I reckon that's probably the first thing they ever thought that is needed.
Yeah.
A nice diamond encrusted belt buckle.
Yes.
Might be sapphire. I could just talk in an all matter of poo. DJ Critters, what is the oldest item in the British Crown Jewels? Is it a belt buckle, sword, spoon, or tiara?
I'm going to go with the other useful thing, a sword. Because
Ooh, a
I've
sword.
got one of those, but it's on my wall, but it's not got no jewels on it. It's just for usefulness, for disciplining children.
Oh,
You'd have been better off, I think, with a spoon.
Yeah.
What?
On the back of the head.
Big sword would do that.
On the back of the head.
On the back of the head. Just
Sword.
don't tell the police.
I love how light this show is.
Yeah,
Yes.
what's going on this week? Is it
I don't
because
know.
we've all had enough of each other yesterday?
I think we just. I think the fame's just got to our heads.
That's what it is.
Right.
Spoon.
And unlike that poor child, she has a sword to the back of his bloody head. Right, Gildy.
I tell you what, boys and girls, one of you got the answer correct. And I'm afraid, Ben, it's not you, Ben. However, I like the idea that you called all the monarchy fat bastards, even though the fact it was only Henry VIII who become a fat fuck. But I like the way how you just generalised all those bastards. So you got yourself 12 bonus points. DJ Critters, I loved your mindless violence, so I'm giving you 25 points. And A&J, you got the question completely correct. It is a spoon, but it wasn't for twatting toddlers or twatting soldiers. It was an anointing spoon. They used it to anoint the new monarchs.
Because they didn't have money for the sword. So like the.
And well, you don't anoint someone with oil with a sword, do you? That's just fucking dangerous. Slippy. It's anointing. It's just like a christening, but you do it with somebody up. You should know this, AMJ.
Yeah, but the Queen does do that thing where she taps them on the shoulder with the sword, and I've always thought, now you've said that, it'll be safer with a spoon.
Like a big wooden spoon.
Yeah. It
And
always
I-
looked a little bit dangerous to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what. Have you seen in the workmen's clubs? They have them big wooden spoons on the walls. Maybe that's what they're for. They're anointing the chief of the workmen's club.
It makes...
Anointing the chief of the heads. I forgot to say, AMJ, so 12 points to Ben, 25 to Critters. But because you got the answer completely correct, AMJ, you got yourself 5 points. Congratulations.
I love this quiz.
And because you got it correct and you gave a nice violent answer, you got yourself 32 bonus points.
Hey, violence!
Oh, hello. It's time for a music question.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, we all like my music questions. Here it comes.
When the pigeons are pecking at his seeds, when the bugger starts digging up his veins, you cow son, you bar still preaching, that's the old man's game.
So that was Chaz and Dave with Gurcha. So,
Gotcha.
Ben, here comes your question. Beyonce has released more albums than perfumes. True or false?
I think false.
Oh, you think false?
Yeah.
We'll go to Critters next. DJ Critters, Beyonce has released more albums than perfumes.
I'm going to go with true then.
True. Adam Morrison Jones. So, just to remind yourselves, this was the song
Now the old man was a desert rat.
Gurcha by Chaz and Dave. And the question is, Beyonce has released more albums than perfumes. True or
I'm
false?
just kind of thinking, like, would they tie in with the albums? Like, would she have a perfume called Crazy Right Now?
Well, the single ladies, spray yourself with this, and you get all the men.
True, like the Lynx Africa effect, but maybe it would work. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to go true. I think Crazy Right Now is a good name. Lemonade's a good name. I can't think of any other Beyonce songs.
Single ladies.
Single ladies to get the men or the women.
Get the men up on you in the club.
Yeah, exactly. Put on your single lady.
I can't think of that song by Single Ladies without thinking. Every time I hear that song, I think of Trevor. Trevor Feelgood singing.
Hello,
it.
single ladies.
Yeah.
Just
That's how we
second
got on the
ago.
list.
Just a second ago, you said that using the perfume to get all the men up on the ladies.
Yeah.
Right? I'd like to say I've been to some nightclubs and they do not smell like perfume, yet all the men are still up on them ladies. I don't think it needs perfume. I think there should be more perfumes for men.
Okay.
There is this aftershave, Ben. I don't know.
Right. Is there?
What I'll do, Ben, is I'll email Mr. Nivea and ask him to bring out some perfumes for men.
I've been using that 72 hours the spray just because I think I don't need to wash for a while if I put that on.
I use WD-40.
I noticed that with your dance moves last night.
Yeah, it's a shame I wasn't in the competition though.
No, you were in the pants. I saw them dance moves in the leggings.
Ooh.
It's very free flowing, I tell you. Geraldine, put us out of our misery.
I'll tell you what. Who said false? I stopped paying attention halfway through that. Who said false?
Is it the right answer?
I did.
Ben, you silly bastard. You got yourself another 5 points. You're correct. And I like the idea of men wearing perfume because most aftershaves smell like dog shit. So I'm happy for you to smell of lovely flowers as I'm nuzzling your neck because you've got a lovely neck and you've got lovely ears. I'd love to get my big giraffe tongue in those ears. So for that, you've got yourself 42 bonus points. Critters and MJ, I'm afraid you get no points in that round.
Oh.
Oh, thank you very
I'd
much.
like to say that I'm going to interrupt. That Adam got it right as well. Sure, you said false.
No, I can't remember what I said,
No, he said true, but he meant that he said maybe really because he was saying that she released one for each album.
I'm lost. So yeah.
I didn't go in the true or false round and go, maybe.
It won't surprise me with you. Right, okay. Over to you, Dave, for the next question.
Oh, thanks, Geraldine. So we're going now over to DJ Critters. DJ Critters, what's the scientific name for a flurry of farts?
What?
A flurry of farts.
Is that the new flavour from McDonald's?
Would you like a multiple choice for this one?
Yes.
Okay. So it's either Poolade, Peterade, Gatorade, or Trumpade.
For a flurry of farts, I still prefer the Twix McFlurry, not the farts McFlurry. But I'm going to go with a Poolade.
A Poolade?
Because Paul's well known for trumping.
Well, he does a good impression of Donald. Jake, what was the scientific name for a flurry of farts? A Poolade, a Peterade, a Gatorade, or a Trumpade?
Isn't Gatorade like the Powerade drink in America?
It might be.
So why would they not like? But I really would love that to be an American thing that they named a drink after a fart. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say Gatorade. Take my answer.
And I'll put it into your final answer box. Ben Perensky, over to you. What is the scientific name for a flurry of farts? Is it a Poolade, a Peterade, a Gatorade, or a Trumpade?
I'm going to say Gatorade because it's that. When you have like a really big fart and it hurts and you pull that face that looks like an alligator. All right. So when you have loads of them, you're like, I think that's why it's called Gatorade.
And you say to your pants, "See you later, alligator."
Yes.
Because you followed through. There you go. Kept it a bit lighter. Well, I'm afraid I don't know the answer. I never do. Let's go to Geraldine.
I tell you what, nobody has got the correct answer there. However, I think Gatorade does taste of shite, so AJ, you get a couple of points, and I liked. I don't know what's happened to my voice, but I like the way you're talking there, Ben, about I like the way that you was just chomping like an alligator, and it reminds me of my friend Clayton Crocodile. And AMJ's doing silly buggers on the webcam, and so I'm going to give you 5 bonus points. Critters, you were no, and so the correct answer was Peter Aid.
What is AMJ doing? What is he doing?
Playing peekaboo with the sting. Right. Stop misbehaving. I've got a question for you.
I'll stop now. Sorry, that's been very unprofessional.
Is your fiance underneath the desk or something?
Yes, don't tell anyone.
You just told me.
Is Chris trying to phone someone?
Chris, I have got many messages from Chris. One of them which does state, this is worse than what Randy and Mike did. And then bastards.
See, you're worse than being put on a list for sexual harassment.
Yes.
20 people, keep it light.
Not top 20 for being on a list for that.
Not 20 on that list. Just clarify.
Clayton here to remind you to keep it light and keep the libel down.
Keep the libel down.
Otherwise, I'll bite your nuts.
By the way, it's not liable if it's true.
Oh, I know, but I'm just, my arsehole just gets twitchy every now and then. That's all.
Oh, well, thanks for that little interlude there, Clayton.
You'll notice, Ben, that this is an exercise in watching Paul lose his fucking mind. It's getting worse every week.
Stop making Dave laugh. You know he can't talk when he laughs. Yes, shite.
That's amazing.
Right. AMJ, you ready for your next question?
I believe so. Yes.
Listen carefully.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Now, there was somebody putting something in the microwave. And DJ Critter should get this because he mentioned this in the previous podcast. But who was putting it in the microwave? I'll play it again.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
Who was chatting nonsense then?
Well, it was Nigella Lawson.
Ben Paranksky. Do you agree?
I do. It was Nigella Lawson. I don't see a problem with the way she said it.
Is it because she's got... No, that's sexual harassment, Dave.
Yes, that is why.
DJ Critters.
Or is it because no one can pronounce your surname either?
Yeah, people. I love being at the doctor's surgery when they come out and they go, Ben, and I go, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. And then don't you feel silly when somebody goes up and goes, no, my name's Ben.
Yes, I do.
Weird, Ben, like, because Ben's quite a nice, easy spell name. So, like, someone would read out your name in a doctor's surgery, feel really confident until they got to your surname.
Yeah, I think they do.
So it's like, so almost like, Ben. Do you ever find that on the circuit where someone brings you on stage and like gets it all right and then completely stuffs up?
I find on the circuit that, but there are those people who like yourself. You'll introduce me as Ben Pransky, and then you get other people who go, "Please introduce Ben." Yes, here he comes, and that they won't even attempt to do it.
Here comes Ben.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, back to the quiz. DJ Critters.
Yes, it's Nigella Lawson.
I'm just going to bring Paul back into the room because people have trouble pronouncing his surname. So, Ben, how would you pronounce Paul's surname if you hadn't heard it yesterday?
Tingy.
Oh, well, let's ruin that part of the show.
Have you got the clip?
Some people call him Tingy. Oh, yeah, I can get somebody getting his name wrong. There's some people call him Tingy, which is correct. Some people call him Tingly. He once went to the Harvester with his friends, 17 years old, and they went to the Ulster for a meal, and the lady comes out and goes, "Table for Tinker," and that's what he's got a Tinkerbell cup. And some people pronounce it like this, and somebody who pronounces it like this is Christopher Biggins, and here he is talking.
It's Quizmaster Tingy's birthday.
No, it f***ing ain't. It's Quizmaster Tingy's, you
It's always good to hear Biggins.
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming up now.
It's almost quite funny that Dave gets so angry that Paul gets that people get Paul's name wrong.
Yeah, because I like winding him up, and it upsets me when other people do it to him.
Strange.
Okay, just to let you know, you've all got yourself 12 bonus points for that round.
Woo.
Ah,
Huzzah!
Now, here comes a fun bonus question. And we just play a little bit more from my mate Biggins.
It's Quizmaster Tingy's birthday. And we, those from...
But I won't play the rest of that because I might get told off because it's copyright, the rest of that. However, there is so a nice fun bonus question is, Christopher Biggins pronounced Paul's surname correctly. True or false?
I'm going to go true, just because I think you've got it wrong all these years.
Critters?
I need the points, so I'm going to say he pronounced it. Christopher Biggins pronounced it wrong. So.
AMG, true or false?
Why did you say you needed the points, like they're club card points or extra points? Like
Are
you're
they
going to
not?
get some. No, you
I
can't.
thought that's what he was doing all this time, getting club card points to spend at Christmas.
Wow! Imagine what we could have done if they were club card points.
Could have got a nice turkey.
I'd like a nice turkey. That'd be
And
all
a
right.
good stuffing.
I like fisting turkeys. Now, I'm afraid only one person got that correct, and that was the lovely Ben Pransky. Because I love f***ing Paul off, so it is Tingy. Paul Tingy, welcome to the stage.
Right.
That.
That was just a fun little question.
When you say fun, did you mean therapy session? Like that was a fun session where I just dug up stuff from me past.
I don't know what you're going on about. Now, it's another music question.
It's the last question, isn't it? Number 6.
Yeah, number 6, last question. Oh, Ben, we know you like the music, Ben, and you certainly entertained us last night as Boris Johnson. Now,
Thank you.
There's a little in joke because he mimed. Well, he sung along. He didn't quite get the idea of Mimic Masters, but he sung along to "Let Me Entertain You" by Robbie Williams. Now I'm going to play you a song. Here it comes.
That put to sea, the name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
So here comes the question that follows that lovely song. Greg Wallace of MasterChef fame toasts his bread using his iron and a fish knife. Choice.
Is it me to answer?
This is what I said, Ben.
Oh right, okay. I think that's false.
I'll be honest with you, Ben. I may have not said Ben,
I don't think you did, but
the rotor goes that yours the next one.
yeah, I got confused because you threw a bonus question in.
Oh, yeah.
I told you I'm not very smart, so I think it's false. I think he just uses his hands.
He's got big, lovely, warm hands.
Yeah, I think he just scoops it out and just spreads it on with his hands.
Old Toasty Wallace.
That's what he's known in the business, and that's you know where he's been because his handprints are everywhere. He just burns everything. When he's in MasterChef, he wears oven mitts for the protection of the customers. I mean, presenters and contestants. No one's buying anything MasterChef. Oh, now. Right, DJ Critters. Greg Wallace toasts his bread using his iron and a fish knife.
I'm going to say true, just because I think it's something absurd that he would do.
Yeah. Oh, it is a bit absurd, isn't it? just like this podcast, which just to remind everyone isn't that top 20 somehow. Right, Jay.
Yes.
Glorious ginger bastard. Greg Wallace toasts his bread using his iron and a fish knife. True or false?
I think it's... Do you know what? I'm going to go with true. I'm going to go with... That sounds like something old Greg would do.
And now, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to a conclusion now. And it's clear to see two people who do not watch Would I Lie to You when Greg Wallace was on the programme, because the answer is false. Ben Perensky is this week's winner with 257,000 points. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
We need a winner's speech now.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, can you give us a winner's speech, please?
I'd like to thank my my mum, who actually no, I don't want to thank my mum. She had nothing to do with this. I want to thank Trevor Feelgood for putting me in a position that I was willing to get out of to come and do this. Because I think if I'd have done anything else, I wouldn't have come. But because I was doing something that was a lot worse than this, I've come and done it. So thank you very much, Trevor Feelgood.
And I like the fact you say it's a lot worse. We're bad, but that's even worse.
You're in the top 20. You haven't mentioned it enough, so...
I don't think we've mentioned it once, to be honest.
Yeah, so you're in the top 20 of the best comedy podcasts of 2021.
In the world.
Are there many comedy podcasts?
In the UK, there's over 2,500.
How bad are they?
Well, Mark Simmons one didn't get in the top 20.
Neither did Rob Brydon's.
Yeah, I haven't listened to theirs either.
Neither did my new personal favourite, Goodnight Sweetcast, where they analyse every episode of Goodnight Sweetheart. It's amazing. It's terrible, but great.
Right, and before we say goodbye, Ben Palamansky, I did it wrong on purpose then, just for a bit of fun. Ben, give us a word of wisdom, please.
My word of wisdom is, because I'm starting to feel a bit bad, is if you're ever bored on a Wednesday night, listen to a podcast called That Thing We Do on a Wednesday. It's on Facebook. That's my word of advice. You must listen to it. And
we're going to cut
don't wear leggings if you're a bit uncomfortable with your masculinity.
That's conscience that slowly cracked up on him then, all of a sudden on his own.
Just immediately before we left, I thought, I need to put a plug in somewhere.
And Ben, just to let you know, that will be cut from the show. So another one.
Ben, have you got any shows coming up? Anything you want to promote? Your own stuff?
Me, I'm not good enough to be on any shows yet.
No.
Lockdown's only just started to finish. Other promoters don't invite me to do it, so I don't bother.
It's because they can't spell your name to go on the poster. I mean, it's quite easy. It's B-E-N.
I mean, I'll be honest. That's where I get. It doesn't matter who I book because I never make posters. So.
And also, Ben, they might have put you on a poster, but just not spelt your name wrong. Ben Pankey really well round corner.
Or I might be on gigs, because this has happened recently. I might be on gigs and not even told I'm going to be on it. Adam.
Yeah. And I mean, those are the best gigs, aren't they? It's like a little surprise. It's like, oh.
The first I know about it is when my name's spelt correctly on a poster.
This is it. Well, who knows what's coming next for young Ben Pransky? Ben does.
Thank you, though. Thank you for letting me join this.
Yeah.
It's been emotional.
It has. It's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster, and I've enjoyed having you on, and I think we all have. And I apologise for the woos that we've been on tonight.
Would you like therapy?
Diversions. That's the word I was looking for. Diversions.
Oh, by the way, completely separate, but the word for diversion in Polish is obżard.
Obżard.
Do you know much Polish then?
No, I made that up.
No. On that night there, maybe we should call it a night on that note.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. And
Bye.
a big special thank you and a round of applause for our wonderful guest, Ben Pranks.
Woo!
Thank you.
Hey, he won. He won.
Congratulations to Ben. And don't forget, my number is 07815 620. Give us a call, sweet cheeks.
Okay, darling.
Thank you.
Maybe I should keep that bit in.
You can do, because it's a number I just made up at the top of my head.
Wonder whose number it is.
I would love to live in a world where that was Trevor Feelgood's number, and you unwillingly had in the world.
He would love it.
He would love that. I'm just typing to him now. I'm saying, I didn't know Ben was coming on. I was expecting Dickie Richards. It was a lovely surprise. Because, although to be honest, I do prefer a bit of Dick.
We've heard that.
We've learned a lot today.
We really have. So, once again, then, thank you very much, Ben, for coming on. You've been brilliant. And, of course, we shall look out for when you start doing some more shows and we can get out and see some live comedy, which is nice. It's live comedy starting again. Woo!
Yeah, thanks so much. You've been absolutely brilliant. But Dave, AMJ, and Critters have been substandard. And you and me, though, Ben, we've been fucking ace.
Love you.
I love you more.
Musical Insights.